and Billie Jean, the Poetic Mistress, that had 66 downloads, 12 live plays, 9 likes, and 263 comments. Boy, what a campaign that was. And if you don't believe me, check it out. That's all I'm going to say. Everybody had their opinions and likes and it downloaded it. And oh boy, it just boom. That was one of the highest campaigns so far in the making for campaigns is concerned. I'm very proud of you guys. Good job. Round of applause to you as well. Yes, indeed. That went very well. It was a little rocky at first. We wasn't sure how great this turnout was going to be, and the numbers were steady climbing as we were rocking in this boat of uncertainty. So don't ever let uncertainty get to you guys. That's what I learned from this campaign here. Never underestimate the goodness of greatness in all shapes and forms and sizes. And whether people disagreed or agreed with it, the numbers did not lie. So y'all are very, very welcome. This was very challenging putting together, talking on the phone. Some days we had to work, I had to sneak and do it. So I really had a lot of fun making this. That was my first couple on the show to dedicate themselves to getting together, meeting over online. Also to beating the story about it's not good for business or whatever. They just went in and did their thing and they took it as a business venture because there are power couples in entrepreneurship. There are, and I've seen them, went to seminars and seen power couples cross the stage, get recognized, all that stuff. So it is room for it. And it's amazing, too, because I don't really deal with the dating and relationship stuff. I think there's enough bloggers out here that does that. But it was just nice to see an added piece to our Sex Ain't Love series, which I did years back, where I did talk about a few relationship topics. But to have it come into fruition where 2 people put a campaign together for it was amazing. So, yeah, and we appreciate you as well, having the guts and gumption to actually get that done. So yeah, so we do have some EDU, and I'll talk about the second half with Boss Lady Radio Show, which is dedicated to underground artists worldwide. But before we get into that, let's get some EDU in our lives, y'all. 5 changes you can make for a more successful music career. And we're going to find that at blog.reverbnation.com/066/3-5-changes-you-can-make-4-more-successful-music-career for those that want to read along on the Reverb Nation blog. Ever felt like no matter what you do, your music career isn't taking off like you want it to? Done everything from marketing to content creation and still not seeing serious results? If you can feel discouraging, I know. But trust me when I say we've all been there. There is no breakthrough without the trials, experiments, and work that comes before it. Just know you are not alone in feeling this way. And believe it or not, there are solutions. An important thing to remember is what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. Read on or listen on with an open mind and go with your gut. Does one of these feel more doable to you? Does it feel more aligned? Be ready to put in the work and aim to find the path that makes the work feel worth it, exciting, and engaging. That's the key, and it's also where we start. Check your mindset. I used to roll my eyes so hard when people said that changing my mindset would change my life. But I would be lying if I said that I haven't noticed the difference. There is an undeniable shift that happens when you tweak your approach even the tiniest bit. And after all, isn't it worth trying? Because what if it does work? Take a minute to check in with yourself and see where your mindset might need some work. Are you constantly focusing on how hard everything feels? Or what you have to do versus what you get to do? Are you always finding reasons things won't work or are stacked against you rather than making them work for you? How can you tweak the way you approach things to come from a place of excitement and curiosity rather than waiting for it to fail? Focus outside your music. Talent and good music are simply not enough anymore. And the days of record labels scoring clubs and sweeping you up are long gone. Now they score social media and look for existing fan base before they're taking any chances. And it's on you, the artist, to show them that partnering with you is not only good for you, but more importantly, good for them. After all, your music career is a business, and business is just that. Learning to approach your music career as a business instead of a creative hobby will make a huge difference in how you make decisions and move through the industry. Be clear on who your music is truly for. Please don't say everyone. I know you probably don't want to make exclusions, but you can speak to one segment of people without alienating another. For instance, me at home on the couch with a bag of potato chips is not going to be offended by a sports brand talking about going on an amazing hike at 5 a.m. and connecting with nature while showing all their gear. The ideal buyer, fan in your world, however, will be inspired by that hyper-targeted messaging. On the other hand, if they try to do an ad that speaks to everyone like, hikes can be cool if you're into it. If not, no worries. But if you are, here's our product. Their target audience won't be moved because they don't feel seen. They don't feel like you know their true values, personalities, and what matters most to them. One way you can do this is through getting hyper clear on who your music is for. In other words, your brand. This is the one thing that will get you more fans and help you stand out. Create a brand. Let's talk about creating a true brand. All this means is figuring out who you as a band are and putting it out into the world. That's it. So the first thing you want to do is own in on what you believe in. What is the basis of your music? We've worked with a super catchy pop punk band called Gold Steps who told us we've never been part of the in crowd, but we sure do love making music and hanging out together. Boom. That's it. That was their brand. They didn't need to be a pop superstar or the next shiny thing. They were the people you wanted to hang out with. The ones you knew would make you laugh. The band next door. You'd always feel like yourself around them and always have a good time. That was their brand. And from there, they could create content that reflected that. So, how do you do this? Look for the themes you tend to gravitate towards the most in your music. And if you're really stuck, look at your life. Do you watch lots of action movies and enjoy the thrill of adventure? Do you love songs that talk about a certain subject or evoke a certain feeling? What makes you pay attention? Odds are there are traces of that in your music as well. Pick a platform and create. Nowadays, we have the unbelievable benefit and curse of having a million social media and online platforms to put our music on. While some are always going to be more popular than others, the important thing is to pick up one that you feel like you could grow in and that you genuinely enjoy. Also, that your fans hang out on. These two things are key. We have tons of content on how to best use social media that you can dive into here. So you can click on that and actually get that information. If you're reading along, create a career roadmap. You wouldn't get in the car with no idea how to get to your destination and just drive aimlessly hoping it happened, would you? So then, why do we do this with our careers? Have just a vague sense of where we're going, but no real idea of how to get there? That's a damn good question. I'm just saying. I'm going to read that again. You wouldn't get in a car with no idea how to get to your destination and just drive aimlessly hoping it happened, would you? So then why do we do this with our careers? Have just a vague sense of where we're going, but no real idea of how to get there. As we talked about, the days of a record label coming to scoop you up and sign you are over. Ooh, that was another one. Damn. So if you want to sign to a label, you need to have a plan in place for not only getting in front of them, but having them come to you because they've seen your highly engaged fan base, heard your amazing live, heard your name / songs through the grapevine. If you want to make it living full-time off your music, you need to know what that looks like for you. Studio musician, tour, lessons in original music. There are so many paths to success. You just have to decide which is yours and then map out a plan to get there. It's yours for the taking. You've just got to get started. Angela is the founder and CEO of Muddy Paw PR, where artists have seen placements on Spotify, Alternative Press, American Songwriter, Pop Rap, and more. She loves ice cream reality TV and hanging with her dog Sawyer. And that is our EDU for our live show. Up next. We got that second half. Before I get back to the jams, I want to actually do the Boss Lady Show Entrepreneurs Worldwide podcast. The top show for June was Relationship Marketing, which had 30 downloads, 11 live plays, 6 likes, and 204 comments. Make sure y'all check out that show and find out what relationship marketing is. What a remarkable topic there. And then we had, for April, Songwriter Doubt, which had 45 downloads, 10 live plays, 12 likes, and 92 comments. Go back and salute to your listeners if you were one of those artists playing on there. And the ones that were playing so far tonight were on these shows. In May, on 30th, Boss or Leader Show had 30 downloads, 12 live plays, 8 likes, and 118 comments. And that was a cutoff, so I do apologize, but the Wi-Fi was being a little bipolar, so I had to schizophrenically cut it off. And then for June, Musical Dead Ends, which aired on the 15th, it had 22 downloads, 10 live plays, 10 likes, and 120 comments. Congratulations, shout out and salute to all the artists that played on these episodes, which appeared the hottest shows of the week, between 60 to 85 downloads. Yeah. Good job, guys. Let's give you some round of woo! Yeah. It's like we had a ball game or something. We just scoring. I'm loving that. Y'all ready for season 3? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the dialogue in the chat room. Look like Billy wrote us a quick note. I'm read that. People got to understand that a network of people is what makes your team work. But if you study poop on the other people that are helping you, then you're not going to last long at the top, especially if your ego is at play. You need to sit down somewhere and humble yourself before you get put in your place by somebody that's greater than you on a different type of playing field. And they can actually make boss moves. That's what I learned from you, Boss Lady. Absolutely. You got to make boss moves no matter what goes on in your world, in your universe. You have control. You have the will to determine what direction you're going in. What people say or what people do, everybody's not going to, I'm going to say this, everybody's not going to agree with what you got going on. Everybody's not going to care. But if it's something that you really want to do, and you know in your gut of guts that is working for you, I wouldn't give a damn what nobody said or thought. Because that could also stop you too. Because while you're so focused on what other people are thinking, time is steady passing by. And that's something you can't get back. You can get a new house. You can get a new man. You can get a new woman. You can get a new car. A new whatever. It's all material things, right? But time is top priority because it's something you can't get back. You can't play with that. No matter what, you can't play with time. And as far as that goes, you know what I'm saying? I've noticed and I've learned to just do the work and let